Hello and welcome to The Last Tape. I am Aaron Boyd, and today I am joined by Patrick Metter.
So now that we have discussed the Zenon trilogy, we can move on.
And Shad Sparks.
That's all I wanted.
Today's kind of an odd one because I am just sort of hucking questions at them and they are just answering as they see fit.
Okay. Take that out in editing.
Maybe. Come back and it's like, okay.
Do you like reading books?
Books are pretty cool.
The way
It's a yes or no question.
Books
Do you
is pretty
like reading
good.
books?
But Shad, you've portrayed two authors. How could you not like books?
Right?
Oh man, what book is
Yeah,
overrated?
you missed that conversation, Patrick, about me portraying two.
He was Mark Twain once.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Who have you been?
Patrick.
Oh, what a disappointment.
Metter. Yeah, you have no idea. Imagine being me. It's so much worse.
I did. I gotta go help my dad move. Yeah, books are pretty cool.
First off, I like to read books. Thanks for asking.
We moved on from that topic.
There was another question that you didn't answer, which is what books are overrated.
Oh, I actually didn't hear that. I was too busy.
I'm just
mumbling on.
Talking.
That's okay. I'm just spouting off questions and you can respond however you like.
Not that I don't like James Patterson, but I just fear most of his books will not be as good as everyone says they are.
Yeah, they are almost the definition of overrated.
Yeah.
I feel the same way about J.K. Rowling.
Yeah. I could see that.
I've never read them, but I just feel-
Harry Potter was very good.
I just feel
when they
like
get
it would
hyped up
be.
so much by literally the entire world.
Yeah.
And her mystery novels are pretty good.
I feel like
You want
they
to
would be.
read good mystery novels? Nora Roberts writes really good mystery
Really? I
novels.
haven't heard of her.
I
Nora
told
Roberts?
you guys
Thank
about Sue Grafton, right?
Nope.
No.
She wrote a book for each letter of the alphabet.
Oh, you did? Yeah, I
and
remember
then
that.
She died before she finished Z.
Yeah.
And the family was like, we don't want a ghostwriter, so now it's just A through Y. There will be no Z.
That's depressing.
There will be no Zequel, and there will be no Z3.
Oh. New question?
Sure.
What's your favorite thing to cook?
Well, I love to cook mussels in white wine and garlic sauce. Because I went to Red Lobster once, and I got it, and I realized that I could eat at Red Lobster for $10 indefinitely and just be happy. Indefinitely was probably the wrong word. But then I took that recipe, I dissected it with my tongue. And I brought it back to the old homestead, and I made it my own. So now I have my own recipe is what I'm saying.
Alright, yeah.
Based off of Red Lobster. And it's really good, I think. Not to toot my own horn, but I'll make it for you sometime, Shad. We'll have some nice...
What about you, Shad? What's your favorite food?
One that I make is I just make eggs. I make eggs a lot.
I saw that picture of
yeah,
scrambled eggs you sent to the group chat, and I was like, what is he so ecstatic about?
Did you see how perfect the eggs were?
I need to make you scrambled eggs.
They were so great.
Oh, man.
Well, my parents, when they came back from their cruise, they were like, hey, we got you this thing. And my mom just hands me a big sack, and I unwrap it, and there's just hot sauce in there. I'm just like,
I thought you were going to say your mom just handed you a carton of eggs.
that would be the best present ever.
Hey, little Shad, we just got back from our cruise. Here's a carton of eggs.
Thanks, Mom. I'm so happy.
I'll cook these right now, and then
Can't
I
believe
fall
you
down
brought
a
me these
staircase.
eggs.
But the eggs survive, and I don't.
This one's actually kind of good.
Oh.
If you had intro music, what would it be and why? Effectively, like, what would your walk-up song be? For me, I think it would probably
Do
be
some
something
searching.
something really bad by Twerp, Tupperware Remix Party.
Oh.
Probably Atomic Karate, just because I love it so much.
Can it change with my mood?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, now I have more thinking to do.
Oh.
I mean, if I'm forced to pick one, I'm going with Atomic Karate. But if I can have more, then I'm not going to get into them right now because Atomic Karate is a good answer.
Fair.
Okay.
If I'm forced to pick one, I don't know. I feel like it would be big and brassy.
Really?
Like the intro to Rocky. Or, rather, the end of Gonna Fly Now as performed by the Korean Pops Orchestra.
Gonna Fly Now?
That's the Rocky thing.
Oh, is it? Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. But that's not good intro music. That's good.
Extra music.
Outro is it?
They call
Oh, is it now?
Or a postlude.
I wasn't trying to be a douche. I'm sorry, Shad.
Prelude, interlude, and postlude. Those are the
Oh.
three ludes, if you were wondering. So it would be a good postlude.
So what you got for me, Shad?
It'd probably be something from the 80s. Like Lady in Red. Is that one? You know that one? You ever heard that one before, Patrick?
No.
Oh, well.
I just know you quote it a lot.
It's
And
a good
so
one.
transparent because you spend all day inside.
I mean, I can just, like, go down my list, and it could just be any one of these. There's like anything by Def Leppard, Rock of Ages, Pour Some Sugar on Me, or Separate Ways by Journey, Cult of Personality by Living Colour, Jump by Van Halen, that would be a good one, Highway to Hell by AC/DC.
Can I have Billy Graham as my intro music?
The Stroke by Billy Squier.
Speaking of intro music and Billy Graham, I once watched a video of Billy Graham because YouTube, and the guy they had play music played Amazing Grace on the harp, and he destroyed it. Like, you never think of fun, exciting music being played on it. You always think of dream sequence crap, or I'm in a day spa and there's some chick in the corner playing harp with her, like, shoulders getting into it, you know, and those elbows coming out like they might hurt you.
Oh yeah, those bows. So yeah, my intro music would probably be one of those.
One of those billion things.
Yeah, like Superstition by Stevie Wonder. Shoot, I just had the Power of Love by Huey Lewis, and The News. Yeah.
Or Stand Tall by Childish Gambino.
Yeah. Oh, or Immigrant Song by Led Zeppelin. That's. I mean, that would probably be top of the list, maybe, for just like me if I'm going in. Or
Happy by C2C.
Yeah.
Or
Down the Road
yeah.
by C2C.
Oh man.
Or the Hamster Dance song. That's probably my intro music, if we're being honest.
God damn it.
That way people know from miles around that they need to avoid whatever's coming.
I think mine would be that for the most realistic, or like anything by Packy, because those are pretty fun.
Or the song Sorry for Not Answering the Phone, I've Been Trying to Fly Away by
that
In
just
Love
sounds
with a Ghost.
Depressing.
In Love with a Ghost does some really cool stuff, but they're always like really long titles. Like, we never met, but can we have a coffee sometime? And there's generally no words. In Love with a Ghost does good stuff. Oop, I gotta go back to questions.
Theater people.
Right.
Yeah, we're the worst.
Amen.
I
That's
also
why I stay in the pit where the orchestra goes, so I don't have to deal with you.
Oh, the good old armpit.
Oh no,
this
you
one's-
just end up there because you stumble across the stage and then fall in, and you can't get back out.
They tell me that I'm not pretty enough to be on stage.
Oh my god.
Want to have a dumb question?
Sure.
What's your favorite number?
24.
Why? Why?
'Cause it was Jeff Gordon's number.
Hey, Jeff Gordon.
I'm really fond of the number 7 because it's the Jewish number of perfection, and it just sounds good when you're knocking or when you're counting out things.
But you
also,
gotta-
if you split it right down the middle, there's 1 in the middle and 3 on either side. Like, there are a lot of good things about 7.
But you gotta do the knock for 777 because that's God's perfect number.
You
gotta be like,
that is not biblical. That is not
You
biblical.
gotta make sure you do it 3 times. You gotta fit all the knocks in. That's how you get to heaven.
Wouldst thou
That's what
not?
Billy Graham did.
No, that's how he ended up in Canada because he's just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then he waited. And God opens the little slit in the door like it's a drug deal. And he's like,
What's the password?
and he shakes his head, and Billy's like, "Damn it!"
And they're like, oh, you knocked a whole lot of times there, friend.
Oh, you knocked too many times. You know that's not my number.
You know. Mine would probably be 13 because it gets a bad rap.
13 is also good because you can split it right down the middle and it'll have 6 on either
You
side.
can do that with most odd numbers, Patrick.
Incorrect. You can do it with all odd numbers. Eat a
I
butt.
He is so jazzed about
What's the
splitting
odd-
these numbers down the middle.
Okay. It feels nice when you do it, and it looks good when you see it.
Man, this guy is all about segregation, isn't he? That's not
So-
going to get you into heaven.
Okay, maybe I'll write a song with a melody that only has 7 notes. That'd be fun.
And then you split it in
That'd be a
half,
challenge.
and you play them both at the same time.
My name is not Bach. Look it up. Crab
By the
Cannon.
way,
Drinking wine straight
I've
from
been waiting for someone to bring up Bach to bring up something that Goethe said.
Oh,
Because
nice.
Bach, it means like spring. He's like, oh, he shouldn't have been called Bach. He should have been called Meer, which is like ocean. Because he was such like a prolific and incredible.
Dude,
artist.
true. It's almost like it was his last name.
Incorrect.
Bach? Bach's last name was Meer.
No. the
Johann
way around.
Sebastian Bach. His last name was Mayer, huh?
Yeah.
Yep.
No, I meant the other way
Yeah.
around. Because he was like, he should have been called Mayor. It's like, no.
Well, no, he was just saying like, for such an incredible artist, like, such a name is too little. I think it's neat, Shad. Shut up. I like the
agree
German
with
language.
Aaron. I would like to point out this little historical nugget. Bach had 76 relatives who were all musicians, 53 of which were named Johann. And in fact, the words Bach and musician in Germany had become synonymous. Also, I'd like to point out that a lot of the world's famous classical music came out of Germany.
Yeah.
Some of the most famous.
Hans Schubert. Never heard
Not-
of Hans Schubert.
Not quite.
Anyway, anyway.
I'm just gonna start naming famous composers, and if they end up in Germany, then we'll cross that bridge when we get to
I
them.
don't think his name was Hans. I think it was Franz. Fun fact, Beethoven actually played piano once for Mozart, and he was going to study under Mozart, but Beethoven had to go home because I think his mom was sick, and then by the time all that got taken care of, Mozart died. So that chance never happened, but Mozart even recognized Beethoven. He's like, this kid's good. He's got some real talent. And then he died.
To bring Shad back into the conversation.
Sorry.
What's the
That's
most
okay, I'm just
annoying
listening.
habit someone can have?
It honestly, one of the biggest things I don't like, which is hypocrisy to me at least, is talking, like a lot of talking. But I have to be in the mood for it. Like there are times where I just shut down, and if you're talking, ask my mother. This has happened. You can be my mother, and I'll just be like, stop.
Stop. Just
Just
can you not?
stop talking.
I guess yeah. I kind of feel that too.
Yeah.
Of like
But it's not like one of those things where it's like a deal breaker.
being
But
being
that's-
someone who has tried to progress and knowing when the time is right for ha cha cha, quick comeback, throwing a quip, whatever.
Fluid intelligence.
Not really. But people who don't understand that, where they're just like, after every freaking sentence, they're just like,
Gotta have some.
look, I got this joke for you. You guys ready? I've been preparing it for now. And then they bust it out, and it's just like, we're talking, somebody just died. Like, that's the
then-
wrong time.
And then they laugh at it.
Yeah.
Their own joke. Or
And then
after
when nobody
everything they
laughs,
say.
they're like, why didn't that
Now,
get
wait a
laughed?
minute. That was supposed to be funny. You guys should have laughed then.
They're like
But
flipping through their little like
Didn't.
tiny pocketbook, and they're just like, it says they were supposed
Jokes
to laugh. Why didn't they
101.
laugh?
It's not.
See, this isn't something that's like annoying to me, but more like deeply upsetting. When someone comes to you asking for like help and support when they need it, but then the moment you need something, they're like, no, sorry, can't talk. I can't help you, but anytime I need help, I will come to you first.
As someone who is not very outward, or like, I mean, I'm not like emotionally strained in any form, so like I don't think I've been on the receiving end of that, of like, hey, I helped you out when you were sad, and now I'm sad, because I'm not usually sad, so.
Another way to say that is, it's upsetting to me when someone is a friend only when they need a friend.
Oh yeah, totally.
I used to have that a lot. I have it less now that I care less about what people think, but
Yeah, but like
It's a
every
good
once in a while,
thing to
like,
have.
not always.
like you just,
I mean,
sometimes you just need someone, and if someone can't be there for you, that really sucks.
Yeah. I really do get that, though. Unlike Shad, who's never sad, I guess.
pretty much.
But Shad,
I'm a sociopath.
Congrats.
Thanks.
if you had to change your name, what would your new name be? This is another goofy question.
I mean, probably top of the list would be 99 Cent Clarence.
Would it just be Clarence, or would it be the whole shebang?
the whole show.
I would literally only call you Clarence, and then I'd make jokes about how every time a bell rings, an angel gets twins.
What about you?
My parents were originally going to name me Seamus, and so I'd actually like to try that on for size.
I could see you as Seamus.
It has been a long-standing joke between me and my mom that my name should have been Webster. It started, we saw someone named their kid after a place, and that was where my mom and dad met, North Webster, so... And I don't hate that as a name, so...
I think Webster's a neat name.
Either that or I'd like to be called Booster Gold, the greatest superhero.
Next question.
That's the end of the show for today. Once again, thank you very much for listening.